A couple weeks ago, we made a last-minute decision to fly to Mexico. We spent our first week here, high up in the mountains, in a tiny village. But after a week, it was time to leave and head south. After a long tuk-tuk ride and even longer bus ride, we finally made it to the place we've been dreaming about for years now. We made it to a warm beach. So we've been staying in this little village in the south of Oaxaca on the ocean, which this was kind of our goal of the trip, was to make it to a warm beach, and it was a good goal. It was a good decision, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
It's been just so, I don't know, luxurious, beautiful. Feeling really excited to be here.
How about this grotto we found too?
We woke up early to watch the sunrise. It was so beautiful. We spent a couple of days in this little beach town on the Pacific Ocean. We rented this small little mud hut to stay in and just spent most of our days by the water. It felt really calm here, and we ended up visiting a lot of local markets and cooking food. It was really fun to use some local ingredients and produce that I've never even heard or seen before. I want to try these potatoes. They look really crazy, but I feel like they're going to be really good. Okay, onion, tomato. What else should we get? Should we get some bread?
Yes.
Which one?
The multigrain looks really nice. Yeah. What do you think? Actually, I've got my eye on something a little bit more delicious.
So we're staying in this mud house up the mountain a little bit. The walk is long, but also kind of nice because I feel like we need the exercise. We just went to the market and got some vegetables and stuff. They actually have so many crazy things I've never seen before, like vegetables. Okay, so we made it down to this beach. It was quite the journey getting here. We had to go on this dirt road for a long time, and we're really in the middle of nowhere. The person we're staying with this like local family in this village, is supposed to come pick us up here, we think. They said meet by the chapel, and there's a chapel up there, so I think we're meeting here. We're hoping so, because the thing is we're out of money. The ATMs had no cash in them, so we don't have any money or water right now, so we're kind of really hoping we're in the right location. Hola! Hola!
Hola! I used to ride in the back of my dad's truck.
Toyota.
And a Toyota, and it was an old Toyota. Gosh, it's been probably like 20 years since I've done this.
The sun is just now setting, and I just woke up from a nap. I've been getting over kind of a terrible sickness. I still feel a little off, but I'm gonna walk down to this insanely gorgeous beach. I can't even believe where we are right now. It is kind of crazy. I've never actually seen really anything like this before in my life. We're staying in this tiny little shack on top of a cliff. Like so close to this cliff. It's kind of crazy. The ocean for so long has actually really scared me. There's not many things I fear in this life, but one of them is this. Maybe it's because we have no control. We're forced to let go and let the water and the waves take us. So maybe my fear of the ocean comes from being scared to let go. But letting go, I mean like really letting go, it can be the most freeing feeling, because really we all at one point or another have to let go of everything in our life. As we get older, we let go of our youth, we let go of our loved ones, and as we get really old, we let go of ourselves, I feel like when we're young, we feel like we're going to live forever, to remind ourselves that we're not. I don't think it's morbid to think about, but actually the opposite, because it really helps us appreciate everything that we have right now and to take advantage of our time here. It's really actually quite beautiful because we don't have forever. I just swam and we're now watching the most beautiful sunset. Well, actually, that's not true. Every sunset here has been the most beautiful.
Yeah, really.
How are you feeling right now, Logan?
I feel so good. I feel so much better.
Really?
I'm still kind of congested,
Yeah.
But I just feel so good. I've been wanting a warm beach. I feel like I've been talking about it for
We've both
2 years.
been talking about a warm beach for literally so long. And we're finally here and it just feels so good. I can't even explain it.
And when I close my eyes, this is what I know.
Okay, there is like seriously the weirdest noise coming from the forest here. I'm going to go walk and see what it is. It woke me up. I think it's like 5 a.m. right now. The sun is just rising. Wow, it's beautiful. I think it was just a bird. Good morning.
The light is bright. Good morning.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think my fever's...
Okay, wait,
Yeah.
let me feel.
Yeah, I still don't feel great, but I think I'm I'd say 80% better.
So we slept outside last night, basically just protected by this little sheet, which is pretty funny. And it was actually a really cozy feeling. The sounds of the waves and last night though was kind of ominous. It was so loud, didn't you think?
I loved it, really?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because I was so scared.
Oh.
I was so scared last night. I was having these really terrible dreams, so... Never have I ever stayed in a structure that is not even a structure. It's tied together with a rope. Yeah. A bed and a gazebo. It's pretty amazing, how little you need,
Mm-hmm. Especially on, the coast.
I could live in this. This coffee right now is, seriously the best thing I've ever had. Are you feeling better?
I'm feeling 80% better. I was seriously on the brink of death.
We both got really sick. And let me tell you, being sick in a foreign country is really not very much fun.
I couldn't think of a worse thing.
It really isn't. I don't know, when you're sick, all you want is, safety and comfort, and you just don't have that. This is seriously, the most beautiful thing I think I've ever seen. Just, a private cove. This really makes me want to live on a sailboat and, sail around. I think I'd be too scared, though, because actually I'm kind of scared of the ocean. Thank you so much to Jackery for sponsoring this video. If you're thinking of going on an adventure in the snow or in the sun, having a Jackery is the best way to have power in any off-grid situation. This winter, I went camping in the snow, and using my 1500-watt solar generator, I was able to power a portable heater and stay warm in my tent. There's so many versatile ways to use the Jackery. I always bring it camping so I can have power while in the forest or on the road. I've used the Jackery in so many just amazing fun ways over the years. I love the freedom of being able to have power in any off-grid situation. Using their 200-watt Solar Saga solar panels, you can recharge the generator in only 1.8 hours to fully charge. If you're on a road trip, you can recharge it using the cigarette lighter in your car, or just simply plug it into a regular wall outlet. Make sure and check out their website in the description box below to see all the products they offer. Thank you so much, Jackery, for sponsoring this video. It's not infected for me. We spent most of our week here just completely relaxing. Besides swimming and laying around on the beach, there really wasn't that much to do, which in many ways was actually a huge blessing. Without any sort of internet or phone service, it felt like I was just kind of forced to really slow down and just enjoy doing absolutely nothing. I really feel like our phones can be a source of so much anxiety and stress, and it wasn't until I didn't use it for a couple of days that I realized just like how much stress it really does bring into my life. This week, I noticed my mind beginning to slow down, and a lot of the things I've been worried about lately didn't really seem to bother me that much at all. It kind of brought me back to that feeling of being a kid again, this almost carefree feeling of just enjoying the moment and being completely here. It almost feels like this week was a reminder from the universe that it's possible to feel free, to feel childlike, and to just feel good, which are feelings that I kind of just thought left me as I grew older and became an adult with responsibilities and stresses and work. And I think it was just a reminder to slow down and to not take life so seriously, you know? You know, when you look at old photographs of yourself and you think, oh wow, that was such a simpler, happier time, and you almost feel this sense of sadness for that time gone. I found myself these past 3 years kind of looking at photographs of myself from before I started filming, during a time in my life when I was teaching yoga full-time, and I would take these jobs abroad and basically live on warm beaches. And I would look at that time and I would almost feel this sense of sadness for that version of myself gone. A version of myself that was much more free, with less responsibilities maybe, and just kind of more playfulness in my life. And I don't know, I had this idea that by returning to a warm beach, I would maybe kind of refined that version of myself that I was. But I kind of realized some things while being here. The first one is, I feel like we tend to romanticize the past a little bit. We kind of only focus on the good parts, or maybe we only just remember the good parts, you know? And yeah, I don't know, I was just sitting here watching the sunset thinking about all of this, and it dawned on me that there's probably going to be a point in the future when I look back on this time right now and I think to myself, wow, I was so happy, what a simple time, what a beautiful time, and almost feel sadness that that time is gone. And I guess it just kind of made me realize, we just have to appreciate all that we have and all that we are right now, because we're never going to get this time back, you know? And one day we're gonna look back and think to ourselves, wow, I wish I had appreciated that time more. And that's kind of what I've been thinking. I've been looking back on this past version of myself, almost feeling this sadness that I didn't appreciate what I had back then. And maybe that's the thing that was making me sad. Wow, my life was so simple in many ways, you know? I had no like structured job. I had no home. I had no relationship. I had no place to kind of like return to, or really that I belonged to. And in many ways, that made my life really simple. It made it really easy for me to make decisions because I had nothing to lose. I could take any opportunity because I didn't really have opportunities back then. Now my life, yeah, maybe it's a little bit more complicated, but it's beautiful in different ways, you know? Now I have a home that I kind of belong to, and I have a person that I get to spend all these beautiful moments with, you know? And I guess what I'm trying to say is every stage of our life is different. We have different things, and to just like appreciate the things that we have right now, because, you know, we might never have those things again. Those things might leave us. And yeah, it's interesting being on this beach all alone, like really truly in the middle of nowhere, stripping away everything that I own, everything that I have, and traveling in this way. It's really made me appreciate and feel like this tremendous amount of gratitude for the things that I do have. And yeah, I don't know, maybe that was the lesson I was supposed to learn on this trip, like that I need to be more grateful for my life and grateful for the things that I have right now. And yeah, maybe it's not perfect or ideal in certain ways, but it's also really beautiful because it's happening right now, and I'm never going to get this time back again, I guess. I don't know. Sorry if that was kind of a ramble, but it's just like some things that I've been thinking about. And the sun is setting right now, and the sky is orange. It's so pretty. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling really grateful. It's amazing how simple the food is here, but it's so good. The family we're staying with is making us a lot of like local food. So tonight we're having mole. They grew all the vegetables in their garden. And then this is like cactus leaf. I've never had cactus leaf before, so it should be interesting. Have you?
No.
I feel like in the US we make food so complicated, and some of the simplest things are the best, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The cactus leaf is amazing. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's kind of like a bean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like green beans.
Yeah, it reminds me of green beans. Wow, it's amazing.